It is easy to get. It is very easy to get bad information. It is not always, well, I guess bad information I would consider received ideas, ideas that were, say, prejudices that we haven't properly overcome yet. It is not always easy to get good information. Firstly, not everyone can see a classified report. Secondly, good information is subjective. Recall that good information is actionable information. The information you need to act, is different from the information I need. The avocado has to be firm to the touch, not too soft, for instance. I don't have a car, so if I meet up with friends, I have to make sure that it's in a convenient spot. And thirdly, good information has to be prepared. I don't understand a balance of payments sheet, but my colleague does. But if my colleague understands balance of payments, I could ask him a series of questions. After that, I will be able to read a balance of payments, and then maybe I can explain it to someone else. So the problem is, I feel, that we need to improve access to good information. And I propose we change the operative meaning of democracy to David Mamet's, which is that the individual is free to embrace or reject, praise, or abominate any political position, that in this he is accountable to no one, and need never, in fact, articulate his reasons or defend his choice. The story of the teacher Shamsuko Abu Bakr, who gave a seditious thesis to his students, is informative. The thesis was, justice is eroding and lacking in the judiciary system of Malaysia. And he gave that to his students. What if every student in the Form 2 class had disagreed? And would the question still have been seditious because it elicited patriotic responses? If, say, that happened, then you could favor a non-seditious reading of a seditious question. By making a certain reading explicit, it makes other readings implicit. Even in the Sedition Act itself, it is seditious to promote feelings of ill will and hostility among different races or classes. But what about within one race or within one class? That doesn't, it's not clear. The challenge becomes turning the bad information into good information. None of us can do this alone, I feel. We have to do this as a society, using every trick in the book. In our history, there is no such thing as a sit-in. Or maybe Fami can correct me on that. It says something that the most successful grassroots organization in Malaysia is UMNO. It's a victory that many people's lives are not touched at all by human rights. And yet, I cannot be grateful enough of walking into my kitchen and eating a piece of toast. I have to constantly check my apathy. One day, a child says, "Why are Malays special?" The next day, society is broken down, frogs tumble from the sky, mother holds the prone child covered in blood. "See? You should have listened to me," she wails. Wong Chit-Wat observes that politics has been successfully amputated from everyday life, and I think we need to reattach it. With enough information, we can take action. But what about on the level of society? As individuals, we're powerful because we make decisions as individuals, as in spite of what some people might like to say, because we must always, always exercise the power to refuse our consent. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Nonviolent direct action seeks to create such a crisis and fosters such a tension that a community which has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue. It seeks to dramatize the issue so that it can no longer be ignored." And I feel that direct action is ultimately about access to information. It's about fostering discussion and bringing something to the forefront of the social consciousness. Good info is a process, and we need to sharpen our wits to keep it good. So what is true is not always good and beautiful. I would like to think that if we shared enough our suffering would be less. My greatest fear is everything I touch will turn to shit. Hot, stinking shit with bits of corn. I leave you with another bit of Mametian wisdom. The devil finally says to Bobby Gould, "You're a very bad man." And Bobby Gould says, "Nothing's black and white." And the devil says, "Nothing's black and white? Nothing's black and white? What about a panda? What about a panda, you dumb fuck? What about a fucking panda?" Thank you.